are the challenge Africa must address. This is not from the negative side. This is us focusing on the possible blocker to AI being part of that revolution. So for Africa to become a significant AI player, there are obstacles that needs to be addressed, and that is the infrastructural challenge. AI depends on reliable electricity, internet connectivity, data center, cloud computing. But if we look at Africa at the moment, most country in Africa does not have uh, reliable electricity. There are still a lot of parts in Africa that doesn't have internet connectivity. One thing I can say is that infrastructure remain uneven across many regions because some regions actually have the best of the best, while some other regions doesn't have nothing. So for Africa to play a big role in that, something urgently needs to be done to infrastructure. Another challenge that I would like us to look at is skills and education. That's in terms of capability. AI requires talent, and this talent includes engineers, data scientists, researchers, policymakers, lawyers. In terms of that, Africa actually have those skills and education. The challenge Africa has is the opportunity to make use of those talent and education. A lot of people that studied in Africa tends to leave. There are many graduates from Africa that are now in different parts of the world, in the United Kingdom, in the United States, in Canada, in China, in India. Yeah, Africa has talent, but Africa needs to keep their talent. Also, in terms of the educational system, as this affects every nations of the world, educational system must also evolve alongside technological change. There should be a change in curriculum. Well, for some universities in Africa, they are still using the curriculum they've been using for so many years. So there's a need to regularly review the curriculum in line with changes and advancements in AI. And this will ensure that graduates are prepared to face the current challenge AI presents. And through that, Africa will be able to play their role in the advancement of AI. Another thing is in terms of investment. Many AI innovation requires significant capital, and without access to funding, it remains a challenge for many African startups and research institutions. This one is a big challenge because many African countries are currently going through a lot of hardship. It's possible for companies like Facebook, Google to set up a data center in Africa. The government needs to ensure that, as we've mentioned in the past, that there is infrastructure that can support these companies that are coming in. One of the most important infrastructure for them is reliable electricity. Also, data availability. AI system require data. Africa needs to have a system that capture data effectively. The question we need to ask, will African data sets be created, governed, and owned by Africans themselves? Currently, I would believe that the data is already created, governed, and owned by African countries. But then the question about owning it themselves is not a question of Africans themselves. It's more around a question that affects every part of the world because right now platforms manages many people's data, even including government. Because if governments put their data in cloud or in all these environments, even though they own it, but technically it is managed by someone else. So I think that will be the same for Africa. It's not going to change, but then we need to get to that stage where we can even start having those conversations.